you lot. Here we are gathered here today. Very windy day too, I must say at that. It's a beautiful day otherwise. It's nice and clear. A little bit of cloud over there, but not worried about that. We're actually going to cook something on this egg that we bought probably about 12 months ago. This fella right here. It's a char griller. Got all our gears here. So that's what we're going to be doing there, Trevor's. We're going to cook some steak on there and some of Jess's sausages. Those venison sausages all the way from Frasertown, I think the poor old animal was originally. But boy, gee, they're yummy yum. So Jess, don't you stop making those snailers, mate. Real Trevs make real good kai like that. Absolutely beautiful. Right, now we need some meat and stuff and get the fire going, don't we? But we've got to boil up the snailers first, because they're going to get fried on that griller. I think we can find those in here somewhere. That would be them right there. There's a bit of steak going on there. And we'll do a casserole tomorrow. Going to be a backyard cook-up. There's my Dales there. Didn't see such a Dale. She's trying to peel a boiled egg.
Boiled egg.
Yeah, it was bought at the shop. And a boiled egg. Look at you suckling on that bottle over there. Picking out large as usual.
Water. It's good.
Yummy arms. Anyhow, here's our snailers, Trebs. We're just going to give them a good old boiling too, and then we'll throw them in that griller out there. I think we'll go out there and light that, Trevor's, and that can heat up while we're waiting. It's got to be 450 Fahrenheit to sear the steak. That's that Ho Tutu dog over there, making mischief as usual. What we got here, guys, I've just put those in water. That's manuka, or tea tree as we commonly call it here in New Zealand. And they can sit in there until the char grill is ready. Got to get that up to temperature. So here we get a box of those fellas there. Go here on the chest and all that sort of carry on. And here's our charcoals. We've got those real cheap because I've got two boxes there, broken boxes. There's what we're going to start the fire with a couple of jumbucks in the bottom. And then once that's going, we'll stick that on the fire there, as you'll see. Right, we've got to get this up to, in the Fahrenheit, mate, 450 to do the steak. That'll grow some hair on people's chests. And that's about 210, 20, 30, about 230 Celsius. Yeah, because it's got Celsius and Fahrenheit on there. Yeah, it's actually called a Acorn Junior. This was made in the southern US. I think it was down Georgia way somewhere in the southern US, so it's made of quality, mate. So we'll get this cranking. Well, we're just going to fill this up with, put a couple of these in here. We're going to fill it up with charcoal. Got these old jumbucks in here if I can find out how to get into the pack. I don't even really need one. Got to fight your way to get into this, mate, eh? There we go. Just that little one there on side, I reckon. That little fella. And we'll put him. We'll just put a couple in there, I think, eh? A couple of smallos. You know, they're not toxic or anything, these. They're actually flaming good. They're actually really good because they're out in the bush. They're actually really good, guys, because out in the bush they like just like that, eh? When they've got wet wood and stuff around, and they don't weigh much. You've got 36 lights there, or you can double that if you just halve those. You end up with 64 or 62, 72 or whatever it is. Here, 72. We'll get it right one day, Trevor's. Yeah, so there you go, my old mate. So we'll ignite those. We'll throw a few of these fellas in there. In fact, we'll throw a whole lot of them there. Yeah, didn't take much for them to go, Trevs. There'll be plenty of coals for what we're doing, mate. great wee machine this, mate. I can hear a ringy. Yep, she's run away. There she is. Look at that. Hiding. Praise Jesus.
Corey, stop it!
You love it.
Stop it!
Everybody loves ringy.
Go away! Terrible that camera.
Isn't she such a douse? She just a douse, isn't she, Trevs, eh? Look at her there. Ah. Well, we'll just let them do their thing. One out there. We've never used this. All we've done with the egg there, Trevs, that one there, all we've ever done with that is just seasoned it. And we got it probably about 12 months ago, can't quite remember. But I know it was last year, and I was going to use it last summer if we got droughts and that. But we didn't really get a lot of droughts. There was no fire bans or anything like that, not that I remember anyway. It's going well, there's good flames in there. Oh yeah, it's getting quite hot. Praise Jesus. Let's have a look inside this, mate. It's called a char griller. It's a little handle here for it, so we can lift all this up. There's another grill in there. We'll put those charcoal things on there. Great wee machine. We seasoned that last year as per the instructions. There's their Ho-Tutu dog. Obehave Chewbacca Ho-Tutu no ears. That is his name, period. And believe you me, he lives up to every one of those names, that dog. Yep, there she is going, Trebs. Going for it. Let's have a look inside, eh? See what's happening in there. Very, very hot, praise Jesus. That sort of help. I'll just got to put the grate in when we get there. That's what I call the egg. There they are, Trebs, in there. We just wait for them to boil up and pre-cook, and we'll be away laughing. There you go, Trebs. Just about done. There goes that ringy, and there goes that boo. Yes, the venison snails that Jess done. Oh, gee. Absolutely beautiful, mate. I kid you not, they are really, really nice. Anything homemade, mate. It's got a bit of heart behind it. There's the wah, the bubba boo. Got a bit of bread there. Anything from the heart, mate, it's got to be good. Especially food-wise. Alright guys, it's just over 4:50. So we'll get those snailers out and put them steaks and everything on and see how it goes. Praise Jesus for a good cook-up, eh? What else we could cook on this old fella here, mate? Hey, where's the middle one, Joe? There's a plate here in the middle. Oh, there it is. Oh dear. Here's the one. Just all that, Trevor's. Yeah, that's ready. Right. I hope you jokers are watching this. Well, gee, it sounds good to me. Oh, mate. Got to show you guys this. You can hear him cooking away there, Trevor's. Beautiful. Road hairs on the chest, that will. Yummy yums. Little clip down here. You can just see it where my finger's at. He just goes over there and you push him down, he's all sealed. It's just gone below 400, but that'll come back up again, eh? And that's how he's done here, mate. It's our first steaks on our egg. Just throwing those manukas on there, guys. Throw ears on your chest. I forgot about the darn things, eh? Oh mate, these are look, these are really yummy, mate. These are looking real good. Right, that poor old egg will be cooling down. Click there, turn him over the other way. Cut that piece off on out. That manuka's working. There you go now, old mate. Look at that. Oh, there's better. It's breaking up now. Now we've got these snarlers over there. Look at these jokers, mate. This stuff, these utensils and that, these things, these are quite cheap down at Bunno's. I don't know what Mitre 5's like, but Bunno's are pretty good. Well, there we go, Trevor's. Oh, gee. Looking good to me, old mates, eh? Shut down the vent a bit more so we get a bit more smokies in there. And that grows hairs on the chest, trust me, it really does. Oh. Well, there's two other movies I wanted to do. One was go to Doneraile Park, and the bridge has been washed out up there, as you've seen in one of the movies. And but I can paddle down there in a canoe. They said to me it's not worth it because apparently the actual park where we were is actually underwater, and the pump shed and the toilets and all that, they're all, you know, that river must have really piped through there. Grows ears on the chest of me old mates, eh? Yeah, so we could, well, I could do a day trip up there just to see what the damage is like, eh? From Gabriel. That must be 18 months ago now. And the other one was the Gisborne prison. The old prison, it's stuck down by the beach. And but we can't go in there. Apparently they found asbestos or something in there, eh? And that's a bit of a killer, that thing, mate. So we can't go inside the prison. We might be able to do something outside. I really wanted to lock old Rangy and Boo up in jail with me. But never mind, guys. It's the way it is. Just turn the snarlers over, old mates, eh? They're cooking up pretty good, mate. So we'll turn them over. They can have a whale of a time on their own. Look at these fellas. Oh gee, they look beautiful to me. That smoker's the manuka kicking in, eh? Oh Jesus. Here we go. Just like that. There you go, my old mates. Absolutely beautiful. Here's the taste test, Trevor's. I must confess I just had a piece, eh? Oh gee. There you go, my old mates. Look at that. Gross hairs on the chest, mate. That's good for you. Mmm. Oh, gee. No, that's really nice. A little bit of manuka in there. Beautiful, mate. And half a sausage. The other half's down there. It's wild venison, onions, and watercress in there. Don't you stop making those snarlers, girl. These are absolutely beautiful. Oh, I kid you not, they're beautiful, man. Catch you in the next one. Tomorrow, actually. We'll do the casserole and make some bread in it. Cook it up out in the backyard there. See you tomorrow. I meant to say, praise Jesus. Well, we can't get Rangy to do a taste test, Trev. She's got the screaming memes. So, listen to it. Do you have to tell everybody that? Yeah, I do, because I'll be wanting to know why you haven't done a taste test. And that's why, Trevor, because he's got the screamers. It happens to the best of us. Oh, g'day guys, how you going? Right, today is the day of the cook-up. I'm not going to be sitting outside there, mate, because I've got the dreaded lurgies. And there's a slight breeze. I just don't want to get chilled anymore, eh? But we're going to have a good old cook-up out there. We'll prepare it inside here, as with the camp oven bread. I'm going to go out and get the fire going very shortly. The time is 10:04. There's Bubba over there. You want to see old Wah? Here she is. You just say hello? She's got the cold. I'm not sure about these dreaded lurgies, guys, that's for sure. But anyhow, that's the way it goes. So, we'll go and get the fire going. Hey guys, here we are outside. Got a bit of newspaper down here. We're going to have a cook-up just here. And there's a bit of a breeze, guys. So that's why I'm preparing everything inside. Otherwise, I would have been out here. And I've got the dreaded lurgies. There's so's baby. She's had them for a few days, actually, for about a week. But I've got them, just the start of them, and I don't want them getting any worse. But we'll have our cook up out here. We're going to prepare it all inside, as I've just said before. But we're going to cook it up out here, the camp oven bread and the casserole and all that. So there's a bit of work, bit of mahi to do, bit of work to do. So there's rock and roll, guys. All you lot, because it's so wet here, you know, the wood's quite wet in it. We're going to start it off with one of these, mate. Full of those little fellas, and we'll see how she goes. We'll just go and get a lighter. Well, here we are. Just going to dig a bit of a hole here. I was going to put that on put the camp oven on a tripod, the hootoo dog, but the tripod's too flimsy. I have to buy a decent one, I think. Bad dog, isn't he, eh? Yeah. Barking goes right through your eardrums. Shocking state of affairs. Now, backyard cook-up, Trev. We were supposed to do this yesterday, but the weather was not favourable. Here we go, guys. I think you jokers can see that. Get out of here, you. I want to pinch your fire with that, joker. Well, that's our hole there anyway. Now, we're going to light this thing. Hopefully this will be the base of our operations. Yep, where there's smoke there's fire, they reckon, Trevor's. Hopefully using this might, because the wood's really quite wet. But once he's going, once we've got a bed of coals and then she's going, we'll be cooking with gas, eh? Or coals. I want to get the bed of coals done so we can get the camp oven bread going. You know, we might be away, Trevor's. Still quite a bit of flame and excitement there. Oh, yeah, those old billies I used to use when I was working on the council. Well, probably over 40 years ago. And used to heat the water for a cup of tea. Oh. Yeah, old ho tutu dog, eh? Here we have very small pieces. I'll give that a kick in the guts, Trevor's. We'll put those on when they're ready, or even if that's before them, because they'll catch. Right guys, it's our fire go. Pretty much, I think. This wood here we're burning, this is plum tree. Like all fruit wood, it's really hot, but it sparks a bit. Glory to our God, guys. Hopefully that keeps going. It's not going to be a fizzer. It is quite wet. Right, praise Jesus. But glory to our God, mate. Praise Jesus. Absolutely amazing people, those guys, eh? They really are. We had a burn off here a few days ago, mate, just over here, eh? Ready for the planting the spuds, which I'll be doing tomorrow. Glory to our God. Bit more for the fire troops. It seems to be away laughing, guys. Just apart from having the lurgies, it's a good day here today, troops. Clouds burning off. Oh, just leave that other thing over there. We'll just leave that, get some coals, go inside, make the bread. It takes an hour and a half, sometimes a bit longer. Right, we'll go inside now, guys, and we'll get the camp oven bread done, eh? Bring that out here, put that on the coals like we do down the beach normally. And then we'll get the casserole ready. Righto, you lot. One bowl. That's going to make, we're going to do our bread in there. The fire's going out there. I've just got to keep an eye on it. I don't want it going out, eh, because the wood is so wet. Right, so we need a 1.5k of flour. You have real special milk in this one, mate. We're going to be using our Puhoi milk in this. I know I've done this many times before down the beach and at home here, but there's a lot of new members come up on the channel, eh? So I thought I'd better do another one. Right, this here holds 8 cups. It's 1.5 kilos of flour. Grows hairs on your chest, as you should know. Pretty much anything we do grows hairs on the chest. I think I've got about 4. I don't know, but Mum laughs at me anyway, my Rangy. Right, That's 8 cups of flour, guys, or 8 cups of flour, or 1 full bag of 1.5 kilo flour, okay? That's all you need, self-raising flour that is. Now we want a teaspoon of salt. I think I'll just use half a teaspoon, because this stuff's real strong, man. That's Himalayan. That's the fine stuff. Really grows chairs on the chest. You almost got grown on your toenails as well. So we're just going to put that much in there today, guys. It's not a lot. Now, the other thing we cannot forget is the garlic, mate. That is the essence of it all. It's our little rubber down there. She's got the lurgies, mate. Something terrible. There we go. Garlic. I used to grow garlic, but I don't anymore because it's cheaper and easier to buy like that. That there's Puhoi Organic, mate. Absolutely beautiful. It has that cream on the top. When you open the bottle, it's got to, I'll just use a chopstick and stir it up like that. And I'll tell you what, I started drinking this probably about 2-3 months ago. And I could, like within 3 days, I could just feel my whole body just changing, mate. I don't know what they're doing with that other stuff. That white bottles with the blue cap. I don't know what they're doing with that. But by gee, this stuff here grows hairs on your chest, mate. I couldn't eat cheese. And they used to clog me up something terrible like bricks, eh? Oh, it's terrible. And but since I've been having this, the organic milk, you know, it's expensive. It's about $7, I think, a bottle. But you get 1.5 litres for that. And I'm just so glad that I started drinking that, eh? But anyhow, back to what we're doing. I've just got to go and check the fire, mate. She's burnt down a bit, eh? Here we are back in the establishment, Trevor's. 1 ounce of salt. Half a teaspoon, 2/3 of a teaspoon of salt. Yeah. We'll put our good old garlic in there. Now when we go garlicking, Trevs, 1, 2, 3, and 1 more for Mr. Jesus, eh? Praise Jesus. Isn't he so awesome, that guy? Right, now, we don't have sugar or anything like that. We've got a little bit of salt. So now we're going to mix this up. Just going to stir all this up now, mate. Now we need some melted butter, that's right. That's the wire in the background, doing the wire thing. About that much, guys. However, whatever you like. These are only approximates, mate. You can put what you like. I wouldn't recommend putting too much salt in, a teaspoon max, eh? I just wish we were doing this down the beach, guys. But I have got the lurgies, though, so I'm not even going to think about it. I'll stay outside longer than I have to. Put some coals on the fire of what we use in the griller the other day, and they have taken. That's really good. That butter, even though it goes hard back in here again, it melts throughout the bread as it's cooking, eh? Right, said Fred, now we can get our milk in here, and there's only 2 cups of that, according to the word. Now, we're using that, guys. Real good milk. I highly, highly recommend it, eh? Even baby here's drinking it. Mum's drinking it. Now, generally we have 2 of these. And then they ask for one water. I don't know why, but they just do. Sort of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? I'll try it with 3 milks one day. Then we just give her a good old stir. It's like Rangy, eh? She's good at stirring things up. Stirring up a hornet's nest and all that sort of carry on. Yeah, the old Ruahani Hunt, I was just watching him yesterday, I think. He went to Waipak, I think it was, in Hawke's Bay there, and went diving for mussels down there at New World, which is, we go diving for mussels up here at Packin, so I know where there's a few mussels around here, so when the summer comes on, Trevor's, we will be out there in our fishing kayaks, which we haven't used yet. The weather has not been in our favour. Not all the time anyway. Right, now what do I do with that knife that I was using? A little bit more. I'm just going to put a little bit more milk in there actually. This is going to be a treat, this thing, mate. Real milk. I don't know what they do to the other stuff, mate, but it ain't healthy. I can tell you that right now. Not after having that. I used to put the billy on for a brew up, couldn't I? I think the baby's in trouble again. Father God has turned on a beautiful day. As he does, every day's a good day in our Jesus, mate. Every day. Right, might need just a little bit more moisture on there. We'll use a bit of water this time, I think. You want it tacky but not dry. If you do make it gets too moist, you just throw a bit more flour on it, eh? This is how you make the old Camp Oven bread, guys. Just 8 cups of self-raising, a teaspoon of salt. You can add raisins or whatever you like. I've done it with cheese and that, and by gee, it's beautiful. And garlic, it's nice with the garlic in there. We'll need a little bit more flour. Yeah, believe it or not, that's all the flour we've got left in the house. Apart from normal flour. It's the last of the self-raising. I didn't realise we've gone through so much. Yeah, look, it's the way it is, my old mates. It's a good consistency there, my old mates, eh? So we're just going to put a bit of flour on the outside, and I'll put it on the breadboard and then into the camp oven and go outside and organise the coals. Let's get another grate for the camp oven. Oh gee, this looks beautiful, mate. I kid you not, eh? What we're going to do, we're going to dump this out onto a breadboard, which is this one right here, and we're going to cover this in flour, just like this. Oh crikey, ooh, look at that, eh? So it might be just a little bit more flour it needs, I think. The other camp oven's ready to rock and roll, just got to get it. Making a brew up here. Hope there's plenty of coals out there, there should be. Should be plenty of coals out there now. That's all plumwood burning out there. Plumwood and a bit of rosemary. I would love to have done this down the beach with you guys, but never mind. I'd rather be inside keeping a little bit warmer, but never mind, these things happen. We're still cooking outside, the old backyard cook up. Half pie backyard cook up, how does that sound? Oh gee, this is looking real good, guys. Gonna taste real yummy. Right, we'll get the camp oven. One camp oven, guys. Just like that, guys. That's that done. Alright, we're going to go out and put this on a trivet and get that cooking, and then we'll be back here to do the bacon. The veggies ready. There's our billy for a brew up. Your Jed's number 5 too. We've got the camp oven bread. We're just going to take some coals out of there, put them, well, just over the side there by this fire, and put down the grate and cover with coals, and then get on with the casserole, eh? Good old backyard cook up, grows hairs on the chest. If you've got a backyard, you can do it. If you've got no wood, go down the beach and get some. Take it home and have a good old cook up. Beauties. Great out of an old barbecue, eh? It just gives it that bit of a gap to stop it burning the bottom. That's why I put that down. Now, I'm going to put some coals around it and over it, eh? There's some good coals on this, mate. Right, the top. You can have trouble if you've got a round lid like that one that goes like that. You can have trouble with those coals blowing off if it's windy. So you're better off with a Austrail one or something like that. Right. See you Jacob shortly, eh? Right, 11:15 that's on. Be 1:45. 13:45. Jed's number 5, guys. Grows hairs on your chest. But it's not true to label. I put my coda in there, and the reason for that was packing save run out of Jed's number 5. I think when you get down to the nitty gritties of things, mate, they all taste pretty much the same at the end of the day. Oh dear. I was just about going to put out a nationwide APB because I couldn't find my tinny. And APB stands for All Points Bulletin. There you go, troops. And this here holds 1.2 litres. So you don't get much for a litre of fuel these days. Ah, beautiful. We are now ready to do the casserole. The camp oven's out there with coals. It's been on for about 6 minutes. Right, what we're going to do here, my old mates, is sear some meat, which I've got to go and get. There's 2 of them. One stainless. Put a bit of oil on the bottom there, Trevor's. Get the meat sautéed. Now for this you're going to need oil and a frying pan and a knife and a cutting board and some meat and all that sort of carry. You know, whatever meat you like. This is just a straight out casserole. And gee, expensive down at Kai Tea, mate, at the Indians, eh? At that fresh choice, they're expensive in there, man. Boy, gee, but it wasn't worth going to town to buy them. You need about probably 3-4 packs of those. Got a big bowl to put in, and I'm using the big camp oven with the legs on. Checking the fire, guys. It looks to be going. I can see flames. That's the main thing. The camp oven looks good. I like this. Keep that oil hot. So, supposed to turn the gas on, isn't it? Nothing works without the sauce. in their sources, Father God, mate, through our Lord Jesus, eh? I'll just put a knob of butter in there. It does help a little bit. 1 knob of butter. It just helps things along, stops things going weird and wonderful and all that. He's old Rangy over there, running away as usual. She's so naughty, that Rangy. I think she's tired, eh? The baby was awake a bit last night, mate, because she's so crook, eh? Well, she's all right, but, you know, kids a lot, they wake up coughing, barking and carrying on. Well, she does. Yeah, just hacking up the meat here, guys. You can hear the wire, and that's with the door closed. Now, searing meat, is pretty much just searing the outside. That's what we're talking about here, right? And we'll get this first lot on. Who's that running away out the door? You saw that? You can cut these to whatever size you like, guys, eh? You don't have to. This is just rump steak. It's a bit better than that stewing steak stuff. I remember Mum mate using that as a child. I didn't never like it. Oh, Ringy, eh? Getting the super snooper out of here. Eat your dales, eh?
Yeah, when I come in, I've got a super snooper, but when I'm late, you're going, oh, when you're trying to get away.
Ringy's running away. He's got a super snooper. Right. Glory to our God, guys. Oh, it's looking pretty good. 1 temp oven lid. 1 temp oven. It's the one we put the handle on just the other day too. Looks like a treat, eh? The first casserole on this new second-hand oven. The only thing this has had in it is 3 strips of bacon when seasoning it. It came in pretty dirty, eh? But they're all good. Yeah, we'll just put our lid back on. Just got the fire looks pretty good. one crown pumpkin. That's unfortunately not grown in our garden, mate. They've all been used or pulling the meat over here. So for this what we're using, we've got the meat, that's all rump steak, you can use as much as you like. Just people do. Couple of onions. Just a couple of reasonable sized Murphys. Good old fashioned crown pumpkin. Got some cauliflower and carrot and that. Yeah, oh, and some kumara. Right, just about done my old mates. Got to turn the supper over. Make sure they get seared pretty good. There's our fire out there, mate. I better go and check the fire. Well, that's the gas done, guys. It's the searing done. I think now all this here, what we've got in here, guys, is all going inside here. Alright. That'll grow hairs on your chest, mate. They can sit there. They're on there. He sits on top of our gas bottle quite nicely, that fella. Now, cut up the spuds. We shall do the onions first. They make me cry, they always do. I don't know why God made onions to make us cry. Maybe it's something to do with their flavour or something, I don't know. Just going to halve him into quarters, mate, eh? Or cut them into quarters, not halve them into quarters. I don't know how you do that. Praise Jesus, eh? It's on a beautiful day. I was on the hotline to heaven last night about it. And he's answered prayer, he really has, eh? Couldn't ask for better. And we're way behind in doing movies. Like this one will be up on this Friday at lunchtime, if providing I've edited it all. Bit of a hold up, you know, weather-wise and that sort of stuff. I think you've got to expect these things. Everything can't be perfect all the time, or what we'd call perfect. Now, we'll do the tapes. Don't have to wash these, they're all done, my old mates. Bad spot there, eh? Good, here we go. Now, bring him up to here. There you go. Good, here you go, the moves. What are we going to put in here? So look, we've got beef stock, all sorts of goodies to go in here, mate. Praise Jesus. Good, kumaras. Gee, this looks good, mate. Right, pretty much most of them. We're just going to use this carrot. This was left over from last night. baby, mate. Gosh, he's so naughty sometimes. Honestly. Just the only reason we're using this because left over. Then a bit of cauliflower's gauze. Father God thinks of everything, mate. Right, that's looking pretty good. Now, the next thing we're going to do, apart from growing hairs on our chest, grab the other one of these, or two of them. Should be another one of these floating around somewhere. Oops. Know what I didn't do. There you go, one of those. They all contribute to growing hairs on the chest. Now I had another one of these. I wonder where he's gone. I found it, Trevor's. Salt in there, on the pumpkin, that's what we've got to do. So your famous Himalayan, famous black peppercorns. This will be absolutely beautiful at the end of the day, guys. Put these in the grate and put this in the fire. Right, we'll just get a bit of pumpkin in there. That's the only thing we're missing. Praise Jesus. Yummy. This is how I cut them up, generally down the rib line, eh? Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but if it does, it makes it a lot easier. Just like that, eh? Boy, gee. Glory to our God, guys, eh? We serve such a mighty, mighty God. I don't care what anyone says. That fellow grows hairs on the chest. I've got to be at 4 to prove it. That saying, I don't know where it originally came from, but my dad always used to use it when I was a kid. That's where I got it from. Well, that'll do us in there. I think that pot's pretty full, troops. There you go, my old Marks. I think she's pretty full. It's our wire handle. It's a big pot too. It's a real big one. It's got the feet on it. Glory to our God. Someone got a skill saw going. Right, there's our grate. And this is full, man, believe you me, and she's heavy. First time we've cooked a feed in this, guys. There you go. It's our new camp oven. First time on the fire. Not sure if you can see it or not, but the turn you around. Camp oven bread's there cooking away. Fire's here for the coals and cooking the casserole. Right. all we're going to do is just keep an eye on these two now and praise Jesus. I'd say that Cassie will be ready in about an hour, which would be 1 o'clock, and camp oven should be ready around about 1:15, which is quite good. Praise Jesus, eh? Right, we'll see you guys at dinner time. Forgot to stick these in, mate. Very, very important. These are oxtail soups. You just stick them straight in the car, you'll see. You just take that off. You just sprinkle it over like that, guys. Just like that, my old mates, and that's the essence of it all. Everything combined together, mate, is beautiful. Everything combined together like that is absolutely beautiful. Praise Jesus. Good old brew up, Trebs. A bit of flame under there, that's good. We'll be getting that fire going shortly. We'll be getting that casserole going shortly. Should start boiling shortly. Yeah, a bit more wood, I think. I think the camp oven's alright. Looks pretty good to me. Well, we're just going to check this camp oven here, guys. It's almost an hour and a half, which is about what it normally takes. So to get this dust off. Nice, but I'm not sure she's completely done yet. A little bit more to go, guys. And I'll just get some more coals on there. Praise Jesus. It's not far away. Yeah. Right, have a look inside this thing, see how she's going. Look at that, eh? Oh yeah, she's pretty much done. I'm just going to let it boil around, let that oxtail boil in there a bit more. Glory to your God, mate. Hallelujah. Look at that, mate. Grow hairs on your chest, it will. Praise Jesus. It's not far off, it's actually pretty much done. Your first feed in your new second-hand camp oven. Grows hairs on your chest, guys. So it'll be another 10 minutes for everything and I think we'll be laughing. Yummy yums. Look at that, Trevors. She's cooked and ready to munch on, mate. Just go and check the bread, eh? Yep, the kai's cooked. Sort of hoping that they both cook together, eh? It's good to get them both cooked together. Use my trays is to clean the knife, mate. It's got soot on it. That's better. Right. She's done. Yeah, now she's done, mate. Go inside. let those handles cool down, and then we'll take them inside. I'll take the bread first. Excellent stuff, Trevs. You're bubbling away there. Oh, better put that out. So get some water, Trevors. I just want to thank all the new subscribers that have come in. We've had quite a few, and I really appreciate you guys liking and subscribing, and the comments and all that, and the donations that come in. Now, while I'm on the subject, Patreon, we only had 2 people on there, and I've actually shut the account down, and the reason for it is because Apple are going to start charging from November 30% of any money that comes in. I don't know why. They're a wealthy outfit now. They don't need to make any more money. You know, how much do they need? So I've shut the account down. I know YouTube does the same, but they also pay us. Whereas Patreon, I find it's a bit of a struggle on there, But I was thinking about closing it down quite a while ago, about May I think it was, and I didn't get round to it, so I've shut it down. So you guys that are donating on there, you can change it over to the YouTube one. There's a link in the description there for you. But I thank you for your support, all those that were on Patreon over the time we've been doing movies. Yeah, I really do appreciate you from the depths of my heart, You know, every one of you viewers and subscribers, please subscribe, because that gets the channel rocking and rolling. And yeah, and share it around. You know, there's people all over the world. And another thing too about talking about the world is I had a question asked if we ship items overseas, and we do. We'll ship anything all around the world, anything we've got to sell. And the hoodies for sale. We've got singlets, we've got t-shirts, little caps. Yeah, we've got caps. Little stubby holder things. You people that have subscribed and viewed and left comments, and donate money and all that, I really appreciate you. So does Rangy, mate. She's inside watching a program about some cult that was going on over in the US, but that's another story. Yeah, she's inside just having a bit of a restful day because the wave was up a bit last night. But thanks, guys, much appreciated. Big shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for supporting us. Praise Jesus. Righto, me old mates, we'll catch you in the next one, and praise Jesus. We go through trials, mate, through life. We do. All of us. Doesn't matter whether we know Jesus or not, we go through trials, but I'd rather go through trials with Jesus than not have him there, because the blessings at the end of it are good. Yeah, praise Jesus, as I always say. Praise Jesus. Look at that, old mates, The Camp Oven bread, mate, she's looking real good. Praise Jesus, Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. their other Kemp oven. This is the first feed this one's ever cooked for us. There it all is in there. Grows hairs on your chest. Well, it's so yummy, guys. I had to come back for seconds. Praise Jesus. He's done a very good job at cooking this food. It's absolutely beautiful, mate. I don't believe there's a stove in the country, maybe a coal range, that would get it tasting like that. Here in the backyard, eh? Only had to walk about 10 yards. See you later, guys. Oh, Rangy's approval's on it. Boo's approval's on it, so can't be too bad. Alright, Treves, how you going? Here's me Dale's Rangy here. Look at it, she just a Dale's. Love it to pieces, eh? Right, now without you takers, we just want to give you a word of thanks for your patriotism, you know, your support, the financial supporters, the viewers, everybody. You know, we appreciate you from the depths of our heart, eh? Praise Jesus. Now, we just want you to check out our merch corner, eh? Which is right here.